Alright, everyone, and we are back.
時間ね。そろそろ行くわよ、シロ。
Tosaka finishes preparing and appears.
分かってる。それじゃあ留守番頼むぞ、さくら。
Tosaka and I head out to patrol the town as planned. It's stupid that this is our only measure against Zoken, but it's all we can do for now. We need to defeat Zoken, Assassin, Saber, and Black Shadow. They aren't ones we can defeat head on. We have to sit tight until the countermeasure Tosaka is preparing is completed. But we can't just stay at my house. According to the news this morning, Mato Zoken has started an attack on ordinary people. We can't match them right now, but we should at least patrol the town so that there won't be any more victims. We put our shoes on silently. We know how dangerous it is to go out into town at night. Zoken is only after Sakura, but we should get in his way if we're walking about. In the worst case, it'll be a repeat of our encounter in the forest. Considering that, we can't be talking lightheartedly.
ちょっと、どういうつもりよ、あなた。
Then, we don't have anything to spare, but Tosaka glares at me and...
見送りなら結構よ。おとなしく部屋に戻っていなさい、さくら。
No, she's not glaring at me. She's glaring at Sakura, who is standing in the hallway.
姉さん、やっぱり私も一緒に行きます。姉さんと先輩だけじゃ夜で歩くのは危険だから。
さくら。
That must be why she's here. I appreciate our concern, but our plan is already determined.
ダメだ。ゾウケンの狙いはさくらだって分かってるだろ。さくらはイリアと一緒にここで身を守っていてくれ。
それは分かっています。けど先輩は片手が動かないし、姉さんだってもうサーバントがいないし、
ふざけないで、さくら。あなたが私たちの敵であることは変わらないのよ。そんないつゾウケンの手駒になるかわからないやつに背中なんて預けられない。
けど姉さん、
あなたはあなただけ守っていればいいのよ。私たちに少しでもすまないって思うんなら、こんなことで手を煩わせないでちょうだい。あなたはライダーに自分とイリアを守らせておくだけでいいんだから。
遠坂、お前
ほら、ぼーっとしてないで行くわよ。こんなことをしている間にも犠牲者が出てるかもしれないんだから。
Tosaka grabs my hand and drags me outside.
ともかく気をつけて留守番してるんだぞ、さくら。イリアのことは任せたからな。
Sakura doesn't say anything and stands at the entrance, lonely.
おい、待てってば、遠坂。ちゃんとついてくから、いい加減手を離せ。
ぐずぐずしてるそっちが悪いんでしょ。
Tosaka lets go and comes to a halt.
何よその顔。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言ったら。
And it's like this all of a sudden. Tosaka is acting defiantly. Man, if it bothers her that much, she shouldn't have said it in the first place.
じゃあ言うぞ、遠坂。さっきのことだけど、さくらにあんまりきついこと言うな。さくらだって好きであんな体なわけじゃないんだ。
分かってるわよ。けどだからこそはっきり言わないといけないでしょ。半端な態度を取ったらそれこそ造形につけ込まれるだけでしょ。私はさくらに同情していない。だって造形の操り人形とかマトウに引き取られたこととか、そんなの私には関わりのないことだもの。あの子自身の問題に 私が口を出してもしょうがないしね。
遠坂。
いい？私があの家にいるのはさくらじゃなくてあなたがいるからよ。私の目的は聖杯であってさくらを助けることじゃない。そのためにはさくらを監視するし、嫌われたって構わない。だからさっきみたいなことも言うし、これからもさくらを敵として扱うんだから。
じゃあ遠坂はさくらに嫌われても構わないっていうのか？今は赤の他人だから関係ないって？
そうよ。それに文句があるの、あなたは。
バカ、そんなのあるに決まってるだろ。
Man, this is not like Tosaka. She should be able to say it like it's nothing. Instead, she's clenching her fists like she's trying to convince herself.
分かった。遠坂がそう振る舞うって言うなら好きにしろ。遠坂がどんな態度を取ったところで気持ちはちゃんとさくらに伝わってるんだしな。
伝わるってどういうことよ。
だからお前がどのくらいさくらを大切に思ってるかってこと。部外者である俺でも気がつくんだからさくらにはもろバレだ。
誤解よ。私はただその。
誤解も何もない。人間どうでもいいやつに真剣には怒れない。遠坂がさくらに厳しいのはそういうことだろ。口にはしないけどお前の中じゃさくらは今でも大事な妹なんだ。
何言ってんのよバカ。やめてよね、そういう反応浮くこと言うの。
Tosaka's face turns red with anger, but I don't feel the usual intensity and I know why.
なんだ迷惑かこういうの。
迷惑よ。当たり前でしょそんなの。
そうか。じゃあ迷惑ついでに言っとく。俺は遠坂とさくらには仲良くしてもらいたい。さくらは遠坂が好きで遠坂だってさくらが好きなんだから今みたいにぎこちないのは気に食わない。
あのね、私はさくらを敵として見てるのよ。仲良くなっても仕方ないし、それに第一、今さらどうやって仲良くなれって言うのよあんたは。
どうやってって今のままでいいんじゃないか。自信持てよ遠坂。お前俺から見てもいいお姉さんだぞ。
無駄話はここまでよ。とりあえず今朝のニュースでやってた現場に行くんだから。
Tosaka looks away and starts to walk. I reply to her absentmindedly and follow. Then,
シロ、
she calls my name without looking at me and
ありがとう。今のなんか嬉しかった。
Tosaka grumbles, embarrassed. There's nobody at the Central Park. The park that's deserted even during the day is even quieter after the murder yesterday. The park is not a place for relaxation within the business district, and is no different from a desert in an uncultivated land.
殺人事件か。世間じゃ事件じゃなく事故って扱いみたいだけどね。まあ確かに誰が死んで体のどこがなくなったのかいまいちわからないんじゃ殺人って呼び方も怪しいか。
I still see traces of blood on the grass. It looks like a bucketful was spilled in 4 separate areas. The darkened patches have some distance between them, probably because the victims frantically tried to escape.
遠坂、お前はこれが造剣の仕業じゃないって言ったけどどうだ、現場に来て印象は変わったか。
そうね、あの黒い影の仕業かと思ったけどちょっと違うみたい。あいつが出ると辺りのマナーを軒並み飲み込んでいくでしょ。けどここ一帯の魔力は枯渇していない。 まあここで起きたことが予定外の食事だろうって見方は変わらないわ。
That's all the information we can get out of this place. Tosaka and I leave the site of the tragedy behind us. We didn't find anything in Shinto. Maybe Zoken is not active tonight, probably because the incident yesterday was so vivid. The date's about to change. A riverside breeze blows as we trudge home, and
遠坂、さくら、マトの後継者なんだよな。
I suddenly feel like asking the question that was on my mind for a while.
何を今さら、もう隠し事なんてないわよ。
いや、そうじゃなくて、後継者ってことはさくらも魔術師なんだよな。ならさくらはどんな魔術を使うんだろうって。
ああ、そういうこと。そうね、マトウの魔術は戒めとか強制とかそういうものだって聞くけど、レイジュだってマトウがいなかったらできなかったって言うし。
じゃあさくらの魔術は制約なのかな。けどそれだと
On that day, the magic Sakura used when the crestworm tortured her must have been Ryder's power.
制約ではないと思う。それはマキリの禁呪であって得意とする魔術じゃないもの。まあ考えたところで意味ないわよ。さくらには魔術を使うだけの魔力がないもの。そんな余分な力真っ先に刻印中に食べられるんだから、魔術は組み立てられないはずよ。
そうか、それならいい。で、遠坂から見てさくらってどれぐらいの腕前なんだ。マトウの後継者ってことは同じぐらいなのか。
魔術回路の数で言うなら私と同じぐらいよ。シロ、私たちが姉妹ってこと忘れたの？
That's right. That's why they wanted to adopt her in the first place.
じゃあやっぱり遠坂と同じぐらい。
どうかしらね。私が五大元素でさくらは架空元素だったらしいわ。けどマトウは水属性だから無理やりそっちに変えられたのよ。鳥としてなら大空を飛べたものを無理やり海中に入れたらどうなると思う？
死ぬか、それとも。
そう、海中に適応する体を得るだけで精一杯よ。遠坂でなら大成しただろうけど、無理やりマトウにさせられたさくらはシロと変わらないわ。ううん、体を鍛えてある分あなたの方が何倍も強いでしょうね。
じゃあ仮に遠坂とさくらが魔術戦をすれば。
10回中10回私の勝ち。さくらの魔力量じゃ私の防壁を突破できない。
I see. I couldn't figure out what kind of magus Sakura is, but I got to know their power balance. Tosaka is one to bluff, so she must be speaking the truth.
けど恥ずかしいな。さくらが魔術師だったことにも気づかなければさくらの腕前もわからない。これでさくらの保護者を気取ってたなんてとんだ大バカ者だ。
あのね、さくらは体内の魔力を刻印中に食べられちゃうんだから、そばにいても魔術師だってわからないわよ。それにあの子はあなたにだけはバレないようにって頑張ってきたのよ。だからそんなこと間違っても本人の前で口にしないでよね。
She doesn't even need to tell me. Sakura is Sakura, even if she is a magus. First of all, I'm not that skillful. No matter who Sakura may be, really be, I can only treat her like I always have.
そうだな。遠坂がそれでいいって言うんなら俺は今までと同じようにさくらとやっていく。魔術師として手を貸してもらおう。 なんて思わないけど、それでいいんだな。
もちろんよ。あなたがさくらに頼ろうなんて言い出したら、その時はさくらを私の家に連れ戻してたところ。
Tosaka's kindness makes my heart jump. See? Tosaka really is a good sister.
けどそれも無理かな。さくら、あなたの家だと笑うんだもの。昨日から何が驚いたかって、それが一番驚いたわ。
Then, a look of happiness on her face. She says something odd.
笑うって、さくらはその。
She's always like that.
ええ、私の取り越し苦労だったけどね。そのさ、私はさくらとはあんまり話せないから、その代わりに暇さえあれば見てたのよ。あの子が私と同じ学園に入ってからは毎日のように弓道部に入り浸ってたし。
ああ、それは知ってるけど。
うん、それでね、しばらく経ってから気がついたのよ。あの子一度も笑ってないって。
That's something I'm hearing for the first time, but I can't deny what she's saying. Come to think of it, Sakura always looked gloomy at school.
まあそれもあなたがいる時だけは別だったけど、たまにシロウが弓道部に来た時はさくらだって笑ってた。要するにさくらが元気な時はエミやシロウが目の前にいる時だけなのよ。
Her words should make me happy, but
さくら、人前では笑わないのか。
they seem to hide a dangerous truth. It's past 1 o'clock when I return to my room. I sit down on my futon. Our patrol yielded nothing. All we did was confirm that this morning's news was real. Enemies we must defeat. Just thinking about them sends cold, nauseous feelings through me. Even a human could match Zokin our assassin. But those two are different. I don't even know if the Black Shadows has a concept of death, and Saber is someone we don't even stand a chance against. But, as long as there are victims, we can't just ignore them saying we can't beat them.
アーチャーの腕か。
I put my hand on the red cloth. I have a weapon. I don't know how far this will get me, but I do have a weapon. The question is if I can manage it, and if my body can withstand it.
少しだけなら大丈夫だよな。
I untie the knot on the red cloth. The cloth loosens up and blood flows into my arm. At that instant, I think I heard a beast's howl. I'm stabbed. My whole body is pierced. Is this pain? If this is pain, then the pain I've experienced until now isn't pain. It hurts. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. The floor's ruggedness, the softness of the futon hurts. It feels like I'm sitting on a mound of swords. The air is poisonous and I die 3 times as I breathe it in. Birds are chirping in the distance. The wind is strong. There are no moisture. My skin dries and turns into sand, flowing, scouring, crumbling. Tongs are inserted from the hollowed holes. 32 enter where my shoulder used to be. They carefully, accurately, and elaborately pierce my internal jugular vein, trachea, spinal cord, sympathetic nervous system, lobus superior pulmonis, lobus medius, pulmonis dextri, lobus inferior pulmonis, main artery, heart, diaphragm, spleen, stomach, liver, gallbladder, and colon. It's crumbling. Time slows to an impossible crawl. I see 60 trillion cells crumbling apart at the rate of 3-4 knot per second. There's no pain. There's no pain. There is no pain. There is only fear. The end roll invades with amazing speed. The flashback stops in fantastic image. Death before my eyes. Death past me. Death at the moment. The pain is not physical, but only the explosion of negation every time death is thrown at me. I hear a sound. The sound of my head striking the floor. My eyes are hot. I realize I've been crying. Desperately, I stifle the scream building in my throat. I curl up, push my head against the floor, grab my left arm with my right hand, and just cry. I'm scared. The thing I've been missing since the fire 10 years ago. I'm scared. A natural fear for any living thing. I'm scared. For the first time in my life, I want to run away from my end. It's not because dying will hurt. It's not because I want to live. It's just because it fills me with dread. I tie up the red cloth. I tie the knot tight so that it'll never come loose again. I groan and cry. The priest said I'll die if I use my left arm. That's nonsense. I'll die if I take this cloth off. My body might be able to bear it, but my mind will die. My consciousness crumbled away when I loosened the cloth and my shoulder touched the outside air. I could not bear it. I cannot live without this cloth. No. If this arm is contradictory existence that people should not associate with, my body, its death foretold, runs to the terminal station. The ship with a crack in the bilge can only sink into the ocean depths. The passengers unaware, too late for anything. My breath is running wild. I had a bad dream. I wiped the sweat off my forehead. I can't stand up. I stay cowered, bearing the strange pain. I can't remember. My left arm hurts. It hurts so much that I want to cut it off. Alright, let's not go that far. I want to recall why it hurts, but I can't remember how to recollect anything in the past. The pain goes away. I gather up my consciousness. It must be because I was asleep. The dispersed memories look as if they can be cooked nicely, just like chopped onions. See, I can add color with soy sauce, add flavor with pepper, and add some potato starch to complete the dish. I murmur to myself. My head is good for nothing, but I can still manage to come up with a conclusion. In short, I don't have to eat something that's not good. My left arm is already gone. Nobody relies on something that's not there. Therefore, Emiya Shirou has no weapon. This foreign body is something I must suppress using all my life, and will contaminate me for the rest of my life. Suppressing it with the cloth is meaningless. If I want to rid myself of this poison, there's only one way. Then cut it off. I mean, you already lost an arm. I wouldn't really want to go through all that trouble. But I still hold on to my left arm. A gun is pointed at my forehead. An image of a trigger. The trigger is my left arm. Once pulled, the gun will fire, blowing my brains from my skull. I shudder. I hold my breath and stare at the white wall. Clutching my arm, I lie down. Then cut it off. I close my eyes. My whimpering finished. I decide to get some sleep for tomorrow. That was oddly disturbing. A small sound. I awaken to the sound of footsteps. I wake up my dozing mind. It's almost 2 o'clock. It hasn't even been 30 minutes since I fell asleep. I get up, still unconsciously holding onto my left arm.
Sakura.
Outside the room, I call out to the hallway where the footsteps came from. It's not that I know who's there. I just thought Sakura might be there. The door opens. Sakura steps into my room. Biting her lip in embarrassment, she looks down as if unsure of what to say.
ごめんなさい先輩。私
Now, she wants more blood. Sakura apologizes. But I'm the one who should apologize. The reason why Sakura is here. I know well enough the pain she has to go through.
帰ったらすぐにさくらのところに行くべきだった。苦しい思いをさせてごめんな。
I stand up. I was so caught up with my left arm that I forgot about Sakura. I can't be forgiven even if I apologize.
先輩。
分かってる。さくらの準備ができているんならすぐに始めよう。
Sakura blushes and nods. There's nothing for her to be embarrassed about, but maybe Sakura feels the act of sucking blood is somehow indecent.
でも
She looks down, seeming troubled. Alright, we can't start like this. She bit my finger before, but this time I can share my blood in a more practical way.
ちょっと待ってくれ。机に確か。
I stand up and turn towards my desk. But I unconsciously tried to move my left arm.
先輩大丈夫ですか？
いや、なんでもない。ちょっと立ちくらみがしただけだ。
Damn, that's pitiful. I used my left arm and was reminded of the pain. Still, it shouldn't hurt so long as I have the cloth on, so what am I frightened about?
よし、あった。
I rummage through the desk with my right hand and pull out a box cutter. I push out the blade with a clicking noise, checking whether it's gotten chipped or dull. I can't make Sakura bite me, so I need to make myself bleed instead. It'd be easy if I had a syringe or something, but unfortunately I don't keep that kind of thing on hand. So in this case, all that's left is to quickly cut my arm and let the blood flow.
よしって。
My right hand is holding the box cutter. My left and the arm attached to it are wrapped up. This is stupid of me. If I'm holding the cutter in this hand, then of course I can only cut the other arm. Even loosening the cloth hurts, so cutting it is out of the question. But my left hand can't move well enough to hold it. I think about what to do, and I hear the echo of a howl. There's still time, it says. I don't need this arm, it says. Think about it. Just loosening the cloth causes you that much pain. So there's still time. There's a blade in your hand. You'll waste your life on sealing that invasive thing away. You'll live in perpetual fear of that explosive that could go off at any time. Even just its timer will be enough to gouge it out with this box cutter. I don't think you can cut your own arm off with a box cutter anyway, but I mean, what the hell do I know? I freeze holding the box cutter. I decide not to hold on to the regret anymore, but holding a blade brings it back all of a sudden. My heart hammers, cold and mechanical, and my eyes go out of focus.
先輩。
Her voice breaks the spell. I lowered the box cutter and breathed deeply.
悪い。少し考え事をしてた。どうでもいいことだから気にしないでくれ。
そうなんですか。でも先輩顔色が。
Like his eyes were glazed.
ちょっと胸焼けがしてるだけだ。今の桜に比べたら大したことじゃないさ。待ってろ。この程度の傷ならすぐに。
I moved the box cutter lightly. The pain was really nothing to worry about, only a small sting.
よし、これなら。
The blood flows more quickly than I thought. Now to give it to Sakura. I dropped the box cutter. Sakura stares at the cut on my arm and the trail of red liquid running along it. She goes limp as though her fright until now had just been an act. There's an intoxicated look in her eyes. Her moist parted lips and pale throat move greedily. She twists her body as she crawls across the futon towards me on all fours.